Welcome to Chili Pepper Ranch in Appleton, Tennessee, but here's the thing, there's no chilies on this ranch. It's not a pepper ranch. No, it's a cattle ranch owned by a former race car driver and current full-time spinal surgeon, Jim Osborne. Jim?
How are you doing? Good to see you.
A lot of uniqueness going on here, Jim. I don't know any other former race car drivers, spinal surgeons that own cattle farms. That said, this isn't just the typical cattle farm. These are Wagyu cattle.
We are the second oldest Wagyu beef ranch in the state of Tennessee. Wagyu is a breed that came from Japan, and if they're raised in Japan, they're called Kobe. If they're raised outside of Japan, they're called Wagyu. What's unique about the animals is they have more intermuscular marbling, which gives them the flavor.
Yeah.
And their marbling is higher in fatty omega acids 3 and 6, so they're more heart protective.
I mean, there really, truly is a difference. It's amazing. There's a difference in price, yes. You've seen that at the restaurant's menus, but there's a difference in taste. It's really good.
And it's more like eating a salmon than it is a beef as far as tenderness.
How many acres do you have?
We're at 400 acres now. We started out with 9.8 in 2012.
2022 you did how? I think you had some staggering numbers you were
It's
saying.
55,000 pounds of beef we sold through our retail shop, and our retail shop is here on the ranch, and it is open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day by appointment.
55,000 pounds.
Yes, well, and you got to think, we started 10 years ago with 4 animals, and now we're up to around 200, and we'll process about 65,000 this year.
Is that electric?
Top is.
Top it, so I can put my hand in there?
Absolutely.
What happens if I put my hand in there?
He'll bite it off. Just kidding.
I hear you're a wild one. Is that true? Look, here comes Brownie.
He's just going to be protected.
He's going to make sure I'm okay. Thank
Yep.
you, Brownie.
When we started, we took animals and fed them different grain combinations and brought in focus groups and did a Coke Pepsi challenge with animals that were fed different things, and everybody picked the same grain combination. And so we took that grain and we sent it to our nutritionist who designed these 4 feed groups.
Which is not something everyone does.
No, and there's a significant expense to doing that. You know, we could just feed them grass, but man doesn't live by bread alone, and cows don't live by grass alone.
Jim, we talked about the difference in flavor. Now let's look at the difference in just appearance. I mean, the marbling in this Wagyu. That's what makes it stand apart, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's the marbling that gives it the flavor. It's the marbling that gives the tenderness. And then we dry age these animals for 21 days before we bring them back here in their cuts. And that just adds to tenderness as well. And really, it's the genetic of the animals. One of the things you'll see from marbling or fat from some animals is that they become waxy when they're cold. That's not the case here. This marbling, basically, when you grill it, is going to disappear. At this facility, it's low stress. They're naturally raised, which means they get no steroids and no hormones, no antibiotics.
You were just in heaven on this shoot.
Yeah, I'm literally, my mind, just looking at the marbling on those steaks. Did pick up the New York strip there.
Yum.
Cannot wait to grill it up. But you got to be so careful. I'm nervous about it.
Yeah.
It's such a good cut
and
of meat.
this is your thing. You
Yeah,
love grilling.
Grilling is my, you better believe we'll post some videos of it. But Chili Pepper Ranch, they've got a really, really cool thing going on out there. It's a passion project that has turned into a monster full-time business, and it's some of the best beef you can find.
Everybody in here salivating after seeing that.
No joke.